Good cat. Yeah, I like Kyrie below tier. Fucking so what?
All right. So before you guys check out this video, I want you to check out my previous video regarding Suge Knight and Dr. Dre. Some shocking details on that matter. And while this is going on, obviously going on in the fight week between the rematch of Roman Dolezzi taking on Marvin Vittori. You guys check that out. Got some real interesting details on that. But for now, let's check out some real interesting details that we got about BJ Penn. Now, obviously, we all know about all the conspiracies that are going on with BJ Penn right now, right? He's claiming that somebody has replaced his mom, claiming that, Big Ink MMA, shout out to Big Ink MMA tapping in right now. So yeah, the conspiracy that is going on with BJ Penn right now, he feels that the CIA has all of this concocted in order to take over certain land in Hawaii. Now, is it the CIA or is it just a whole bunch of billionaires that are trying to become opportunists at a moment where there was wildfires going on? There were a lot of people that were being displaced and things of that nature. And so he decided, you know what? Maybe this is all that's happening right now. Now, we don't know if that's the truth or not. We don't know if there's some reality to that conspiracy. You also got to understand, right? There's a lot of guys out there that sort of use the conspiracy theory as their identity, right? You often see guys like, oh, look at Mike. He's crazy. You know, Mike is crazy, man. You know what? Well, why? Why do I always say that Mike is crazy or your friend that always leans towards conspiracies? Because it becomes their identity. You know, you've had guys like that. At the same time, though, this is not in any way to discourage anybody that does conspiracies or looks into things, because you know what? If you're not hyper skeptical of the world and you don't have any form of what are you talking about, bro? I'm talking about how there are some people out there that use conspiracy theory as their identity. Shout outs to Hunter's Mamuve. Shout out to you. So, yeah, man, a lot of people out there, dude, all I want to know is whether or not you think Bigfoot is real. Honestly, I don't think that Bigfoot is real because there's no evidence of that. And that's kind of where we're going to lead this whole entire concept and this whole entire topic, right? A lot of people out there do believe that Bigfoot is real, or damn it, I was just about to sub. Okay, well, explain to me why you believe that it's real. And shout outs to Hunter's Mamove says, I'm going to sub. Who did 9/11? Well, honestly, if you ask me who I think did 9/11, Playboy, I think it is the official story. I know that a lot of people want to blame Israel, that a lot of people out there want to blame Mossad, but that's not the truth. That's not reality. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you can just call me Hunter. Okay, that's what's up. So evidence is beyond your five senses, Raw Dog says. Look, here's the thing about this, right? You can't always lean things into conspiracies, okay? And reason being is because there's no evidence of it. And the whole 9/11 thing, understand this, right? Why is it far-fetched that Saudis who have this hatred for America because of what had happened in Palestine, due to the fact that America was supporting Palestine, and as a result of that, they decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to go and do something about it. That's not really that far-fetched. That's really just the reality of the situation. But a lot of people want to use other different types of outlooks, different types of theories, different types of outcomes, and different stories to sort of sensationalize the matter. But you also got to understand that there are people out there who are genuinely concerned of the world and want to make sense of it. So this is something that we really have to understand. Crush here says he's real to a particular Native American tribe in Washington. And Mormons believe that he is a transcendent being moving in and out of the realms. That's what I've discovered and from my personal research. Okay, so you're talking about Bigfoot. And also, as for what I've actually see, it just seems like a markup scheme to overcharge on goods based on a concept of something that doesn't exist. Okay, so here's something that I wanted to bring up to the table, right? Uh, BJ Penn once claimed that Max Holloway got knocked out because of CIA involvement. Okay, and we're going to get to that article right now. By the way, if you guys are watching this, I'm literally recording a video for later on, so you guys can check this out on the video because I'm going to have all of these articles pulled up on the video form when I release it. So here it goes, right? Shout outs to what I believe is Eastern Europe BJJ. Okay, this is a website that says back in October 29, 2024, BJ claims that the CIA is the reason why Max Holloway got knocked out by Ilya Topora. Is BJ Penn lying or is it CTE? Good question, Bink Ank MMA. We're going to find that out. Max Crack Nose Holloway Playboy says. Rod Dog says, BJ Penn is my favorite fighter ever, but he has brain damage. That could be the case. Now, let's read this article right here. BJ Penn is once again on a roll with his dubious social media posts, this time claiming the CIA is the reason why Max Holloway got knocked out against Ilya Topora at UFC 308. Specifically, Penn suggested that a secret society is the reason why Max Holloway and some fighters lost their matches. Now, come on. Do you honestly think that these people who are, I don't know, secret societies, do they really care what goes on in the world of fighting? Now, maybe if you're Dana White and what had happened earlier with Magomed Ankalaev and Pereira, maybe you do care because your business and bottom line is sort of predicated on what's going to happen in that matchup. Okay, so now specifically, Penn has suggested that a certain secret society is a reason why Holloway lost his fight. Playboy says CTE is real. Raw Dog says BJ Penn is my favorite fighter, but has brain damage. Okay, we read that. Here is what he had to say in the caption. Okay, so this is what BJ Penn had to say, okay? Anybody can say, BJ, that's crazy. That's a crazy idea. We got to start preparing for them no matter how crazy it is, bottom line. There are best friends. They are our wives. They are our girlfriends. They are our in-laws, all of these different people. There is a secret society, and I talk about it all the time. So it's nothing new over here on this page, but it happened all the time. Guaranteed true for me, to Aldo, to Max, to everybody down the line, to the heavyweights, all of them, everybody in the sport and the industry, or any sport in the industry. They do it all the time. And then they got their guys too. They got their actors. So here we go. There's always these aspects of actors when it comes to these people, right? There's always people that are actors there. Look at Alex Jones, right? Look at the reason why Alex Jones got sued. He claimed that the people of that school shooting were all actors. Okay. And then they went out and sued him. Rightfully so, because you're talking about real people that have had real violence and real victimhood done upon them. And then you go out and you minimize that for your own entertainment. I mean, it's sickening, but at the same time, it becomes his identity. And that's exactly what I'm talking to you guys about from the very beginning. Sometimes conspiracies are people's identities, okay? Because there's always that one guy in a group of friends that has all these conspiracies that they want to talk about, right? Oh, this is what's going on. It was Israel that did 9/11. ISIS was created by the CIA and this and that. Look, there's a lot of complicated issues in the world. And I think sometimes conspiracy theories sort of explain these particular matters at hand, but they explain it in a very minimal standard. So please understand where we're going to go with this, right? Also, you got to understand, right? I want to play devil's advocate, or I'm sorry, I don't like using the word devil's advocate as a Muslim. I'm going to just say I'm an advocate, okay? I'm going to advocate for both sides. We have to take into consideration BJ Penn ran as a governor. He ran for governor. Why did he want to do that? Why did he have these political ambitions? Did he have the pull and the weight of Hawaii behind him to do so? Does he have the influence? Of course he does. But could he win? Of course, that's very much possible. You see, everybody in Hawaii, they love to fight. You see, there are certain fight cultures in the world. For example, California out here, we love what a lot of people in California call running the fade. We love to scrap. We love to squabble, right? Sort of like the Kendrick Lamar song, Squabble, right? That's what we love to do. In England, they love to knuckle up. They got a bare knuckle culture. Well, guess what? Hawaii is very much similar. It's a scrappy culture. And BJ Penn was one of their biggest legends. So for him to win as governor, it wouldn't be far-fetched. So now let me entertain all of these conspiracy theories out there, right? Is it possible that he could possibly have a lot of political opponents out there that would love to deter him? Absolutely. That is absolutely a reality. But the question is there any evidence for that? Is there any evidence for that? And we don't know that. We honestly do not know that. Now, here's something you got to understand, right? When people talk about 9/11 and they say that it was Israel that did it, what is the evidence for that? Well, the one evidence that people point out are, let's say you saw the Israeli guys in New York during 9/11 who looked like Arabs and they were cheering on as the towers were falling down. And then later on, when they got captured by NYPD, those same Israeli guys, guess what happened? They found out that those Israeli guys were Israeli intelligence. And after those Israeli intelligent guys went back to Israel, they went and did a talk show very similar to what you have with Maury, with Jerry Springer, you know, a TV talk show during the afternoon, right? They talked about it. They talked about how they saw the towers fall and this and that. It does not mean that Israel was involved in 9/11 in any way. It just meant that it was a bunch of Israeli guys that were excited to see something going on and they didn't really understand or know what was going on. Okay, now, the other conspiracy theory that we should talk about. Did the CIA, America, Israel, and its allies create ISIS? The answer is no. In my humble opinion, now I could be wrong. Again, like I said, there's a lot of different conspiracy theories out there. They could be right, they could be wrong. But by the end of it all, understand this. Sometimes the reality is a lot more boring than you think. And let me explain why a lot of people thought that Israel and the West created ISIS. Reason being is because here's a powerful terrorist organization that rose from out of nowhere, right? And people can't believe it. So they have to create all these different conspiracies to try and make sense of it all. And that's just really the bottom line of this particular subject. People want to figure out, hey, what is going on with the world right now? What is going on with the Middle East? And how did this particular group come into power? Well, you don't have any true explanation for it other than the fact that it was a group of Iraqi insurgents that basically got better at insurgency. And after they became insurgents, they became a formidable fighting force. That's just really the reality of it. And that's no different than the rebels in Syria that are currently occupying the post-Assad regime right now. So going back to BJ Penn, can we really entertain any of this? Well, the answer is that's for you to decide. But by the end of it all, everybody in the chat, stay. This is all that I got for this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, inshallah.